Dig with everyone, welcome back to my sitting room. My name is Diesel and you are as always most welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing a book. That book is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. It is the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. And yeah, I'm super excited about it. In the last video, I thought to myself after I had done it, that was about the Spring Court, because Tamlin was the High Lord of the Spring Court, and I was wearing a funnily spring blazer, so I put on leather and studs for resand. Amn't I lovely? I know. So what's it all about? Well, Feyre has finally got the heck out of Dodge and escaped the clutches of Armantha, who was literally psycho. She's dead now, bye. She also has died and been resurrected with the gifts of the High Fae Lords. Thank you, High Lords of different courts. And because of that, she seems to feel like she might have some of their powers. So she's now living with this whole new set of powers, and also, you know, the fact that she did terrible things in order to save Tamlin's life. Which would, you know, be hard on anyone. I said, you know, about 7,000 times there. Another important factor she has to live with is the fact that she made a pact with Rhysand, the High Lord of the feared Night Court. And she's forced to navigate her way through a life of new powers, passion, politics, and even greater evil than before, if you could think something could be more evil than Armantha, because literally she was a crazy bitch. Then she discovers that she might be the key to stopping all the craziness, which is a lot to carry on one's shoulders. You know, PTSD, brand new powers, the guilt of killing people, and now you're basically the key to saving the world. Great. She also realizes that the future that she thought she had might not be exactly as she hoped, which again, just piling on the sadness and the hurt. Let's just get to the thoughts. Okay, non-spoiler section, people. All that you really need to know is, wow, the lighting has changed so dramatically. Well, all you need to know is, one, this book is super long. It's like a 10-hour read, I think, but, you know, the more story, the better. I had to keep putting it down because I didn't want it to finish, but then I also wanted to read it, which, as you can tell, is a complicated life for a book lover. How can you enjoy something you can't read if you don't want it to end, but you're not reading it? Sometimes it drags in places. It can be a bit like, oh, just get on with it. And there are some frustrations with it. For example, it's not the best written book in the world. There are a lot of phrases repeated in it constantly, he growled being one of them, but if you take it for what it is, it's a good story. This book won't be suitable for all ages. It is more new adult than young adult. There are sex scenes in it. Some can be quite graphic, quite detailed. Not super detailed. We're not talking like erotica, but still, I wouldn't be putting this out for everyone. Like, when I was reading it, I was like, this is YA, but then I was introduced to the idea that new adult exists, and I was like, oh, that explains everything. If you are actually, I'm not going to say that, that's a bit of a spoiler. I enjoyed the book. You are introduced to a flurry of new characters, which just throw the world wide open and make it so much more exciting. You go all different places. There's whole new worlds. It's written really well in terms of being able to imagine where you are with the characters. I really like that. There are some like heart-wrenching moments in it. There are some really funny moments in it. The new characters are a blast to have on this journey. And just super character-oriented detail, and it really makes you want to continue on to the next book. The ending is freaking amazing. I think anyone will love it. All of the feels. After it was finished, I went on Tumblr to see what the youth were saying about it, and they just revised my energy into being like, this is so good. Yeah, I would recommend it. I think you should read it, especially if you read A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is like a step up from that in adventure, and it's just a lot of fun. Some of it was a little bit confusing for me, but other than that, I had a blast. I would recommend you read it. Continue on with the series, yada yada yada, boom boom. I'm going to go spoil things now, or, well, talk to the people who've read it. So until next time, Slán and Garev Mahaguth for coming, unless you're staying, which therefore, see you then. See you on the other side of the war. I will never understand. No, Hamilton, shut up. You guys. My total favorite character of all time, Lucian. Not of all time, Cass is my favorite. Never mind. Let me down. He let me down because the men of the Spring Court don't understand consent, or don't understand what happens when a woman says no. Who taught these people manners? It really disturbs me. Also, remember when I told you that I didn't warm to Tamlin in the first book? Yeah, now I see why. Because Tamlin's an asshole. So when people keep bringing up, oh, well, I mean, is he an asshole? See, I understand that Tamlin probably has a bit of PTSD from dealing with Under the Mountain, but Rhysand also will have PTSD. He does. You see it in the book. And he doesn't turn out to be a fucking asshole. So, like, also, I cannot forgive Tamlin for not getting off his stupid fey ass and helping Feyre in any way in the first one. So this time, when he locked her in the house and when he was like putting aside all of her worries and concerns, I was just like, yeah, don't like you. Year one, Armantha, the priestess, bad feeling about her from the start. She just seemed evil. No, sister, you go over there. We're gonna go over here. She was just, I didn't like it. Rhysand is obviously great in this book. He's so funny, and their relationship together is so funny. And when Feyre throws the shoe at his head, I was like, ha 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 ha, stuck on it. His notes to her when she's trying to learn to read, hilarious. But his squad, his hashtag squad goals, oh, they're just so freaking wonderful. I can't wait to find out what Amren really is, because she's going to be a badass force of nature who's going to kill us all. I really loved finding out Morrigan's backstory, and I really hope that she's like a spin off the Irish goddess, because that would just be so fun and so close to my heart. Cassius and Azrael. I loved Azrael. I thought that he was so awesome. And when I saw people, he is described in the book as having like dark hair and yada yada. But in my head, he was a little bit older. Maybe he was kind of a silver fox, but I guess he is supposed to be the same age as the other two. But I don't know, I just loved his broody nature. I thought it was fabulous. I was very attracted to him as a character for that reason. He's just great. And their whole backstory was fabulous. I was kind of confused by the Tamlin and the king part. I was like, what? What's going on here? Obviously, I didn't think that Tamlin was sitting around waiting for Feyre to come back, even though she sent a note which he didn't respect. What's up with that? But I didn't really get why he was with the king, or what he was planning with I don't know. The story with her sisters, the fact that you get to see them like come on as characters was so fucking awesome. And in the end, first of all, Cass's relationship with Nesta is going to be gold, and I hope it expands into something beautifully brilliant. When she's being put in the cauldron and she points at the king, and you just know she's going to fuck shit up when she like, oh, it was awesome. When Lucian calls out Elaine for being his mate, and Nesta's like, no, you back the fuck off. I was like, yeah. Oh my god, I've got so many things to be excited about, and I can't be loud about them. The whole queen thing, again, didn't really get. I didn't understand that the youngest queen had been killed, or was she the youngest or the prettiest or something? I don't know. The queen situation just kind of confused me a bit. Elaine marrying the Fae Hunter, I think that's going to come back to bite us in the ass so hard. The fucking ending, oh my god. When Tamlin had been like, there is no high ladies, I'm a misogynist, and then Rhysand was like, yeah, I made her high lady, and you were like, he made her high lady, and now she's in the Spring Court, and Tamlin, who's a twat, thinks that she's be like, oh, I love you, but then she's actually like, oh, it was just so good. It was just so good. Lucian, again, letting me down when he turned up in the forest and tried to take her against his will, and also the look on his stupid ginger face when she appeared beside Rhysand in the forest. I was just like, yeah. When he got shot, I was very worried. You can't do that to me. It's cruel. Oh my god, when Cass lost his wings, I just refuse. I refuse. When he lost his rings and they shot Azrael in the chest, I was like, why? What? This is like the most unthought out thread of thoughts anyone has. I should have listed this out first. I didn't. This is book time with Diesel. You all know. It was just a really good book. I literally didn't want it to end, and I kept putting it down and walking away because I didn't want it to be over. But then I'd have to read it, and there was no enjoyment of not reading it. So then I would come back, and it finished really quickly, and I was super sad that it only come out that week. It was awesome. I can't wait to see where it goes. I really hope that Cass keeps his wings, and him and Nesta have beautiful fae life together, because she's obviously now hopefully going to take over the world and kill everyone except him and maybe the rest of them. A noise just happened. We're definitely haunted. It's the ghost of Armantha coming back to stab me because I called her a stupid bitch, which I don't regret ever. Did you have favourite parts of the book? Did you like it? Are you immensely let down by Lucian and his inability to understand the word no? I'm retreating. Stop trying to touch me. I can't wait to discuss it with you and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm pretty sure we're haunted. Armantha, I don't regret calling you a bitch. Until next time, Slán.